You've just loaded into a new Minecraft world, and you think to yourself, where can I find legendary Pokemon? Unfortunately, they're not actually added in the base game of Pokemon. So here is how you're going to add legendary Pokemon to your world so you can hunt them just like I do. Here's how to get a legendary Pokemon added to your world. So first you're going to need all the Mons times Mega Showdown. You will also need all of the Mons and Mega Showdown. These three will work in conjunction with each other. Make sure these are put into the data packs of the world, and then also make sure Mega Showdown times all of the Mons is put into the resource pack as well. Some quality of life mods that you could also add if you wanted to have some more fun and make legendary hunting a bit easier would be Pokénavs, spawn notifications, so that'll alert you whenever a legendary Pokemon basically spawns in an area around you, Xero's minimap and world map, and there is also one other mod if you wanted to fly around on some of these legendaries, which would be the Cobblemon Ride-On mod. And now with all of these added, you are ready to start your own Pokemon legendary hunting. Let's get into Generation 4. Generation 4, Sinnoh. Azelf, Mesprit, and Uxie. These three Pokemon have 4 different spawn locations they can spawn in. One is the river biome, one is the coast biome, one is an island biome, and the other is a sky biome, which, if you have the Terralift mod, you will have a chance of them spawning up on a floating island. So, hopefully you can find one, and happy hunting. Dialga and Palkia. These two Pokemon can spawn in any mountain tagged biome. They also have another spawn location which is in the end, so if you are very lucky and you're adventuring in either one of these biomes, you may be able to find yourself a Dialga and Palkia. Hope fingers crossed you can find one, and happy hunting. Giratina spawns within the end. You could find it on any of the end islands, but there is also another location you can find it depending on what version of all the mons you're using. You can find it in the Nether, so hopefully you can find one, and happy hunting. Heatran can spawn within the Nether. You've got to make sure you have like a pool of lava. You can kind of make your own little spawn platform for it. You should be able to, as long as you're using the liquid lava. This Pokemon is a very cool one to get, but there is another location you can find it in, which is in the Badlands biome. You've got to make sure you're underneath the Badlands biome with no access to the celestial sky and a light level of 0 to 7, and you will be able to find yourself a Heatran within your own Minecraft world, so happy hunting. To be able to get Manaphy, you will need a Pokérod with a lure level of 3. This will basically unlock the chance of it actually being able to be fished up. Without a lure level of 2, you won't be able to get it, but once you've got a lure level of 2, you will be able to fish up a Manaphy in any tagged ocean biome. If you wanted to get yourself a Phione in your Cobblemon world, first you're going to need a Pokérod with a lure level of 2 again, and be in any ocean tagged biome, and you will be able to get one. But there is another way you can get one. If you have the Cobblemon mod called Cobb Breeding, you will be able to breed your Manaphy, if you've managed to find one, with a Ditto, and this will start to produce Phione eggs, and if you can get the Phione egg, you might even get a shiny. So Cresselia spawns in the floral biome, so if you manage to find yourself a floral biome, you will then be able to wait until the night, where it will have a good chance of spawning with a 0.2% chance, which is a lot higher than most legendaries. This will allow you to basically find yourself a Cresselia during the night. Just make sure it is the night and has access to the sky, and you will be able to find one. This is Darkrai, and this is going to be probably one of the hardest ones in the spawn guide, because unfortunately it spawns in the deep dark in the ancient city. This does require you to remove all of the lights, really, so like any of the glowing moss, any of the lanterns, any candles. This will help your chances of getting a Darkrai 2 spawn, but there is another issue, and that's going to be the Shriekers that can summon the Warden. Those are going to be your biggest issues while trying to go for this Pokemon, but once you have eliminated them or covered them in wool, it will allow you to get better chances with Darkrai, so happy hunting. Regigigas will now spawn in the desert biome within a village. So if you manage to find yourself a sandy village, as I like to call it, just sit around for a little while, you should be able to find yourself one with a bit of time. It is a 0.02% chance of spawning, but it's one of the cooler ones from Sinnoh, same as Darkrai in the last one of my favorites, but happy hunting. So you want to get yourself a Shaymin, but this Pokemon only spawns in any tagged floral biome. There are some conditions for it to actually spawn. First is you're going to need to make sure it's not raining, it must have access to the sky, and it can only spawn within the day. So as long as you meet those 3 criteria, you will be able to have a Shaymin have a chance of spawning in that area. If you get one, let me know. It's one of my favourite mythicals along with Darkrai. absolutely love them both. But if you can get one, let me know, and happy hunting. And last but not least, the legend, the god of all Pokemon itself, Arceus. This Pokemon will spawn in the overworld. You do have to be above Y level 64. You can find it in any biome that you are in, as long as it's above Y level 64. This is probably one of the harder Pokemon to get, because obviously it'll spawn in any biome. It doesn't mean you will get it straight away, because there are going to be other Pokemon in that biome or legendaries that you may get first. This is going to be a slow grind to get, but if you can get one, let me know. And let me know just how excited you was to get it. Honestly, I've got to give a massive shout out to 404 or 4, my YouTube buddy who's been making my thumbnails as of recently. Without him, my thumbnails wouldn't be looking as great, so I can't thank you enough, pal. You have honestly been doing an amazing job with my thumbnails, and I love you lots, bro. Let me know if this video managed to help you at all find any of these legendary Pokemon. I am going to continue to pump out some of these videos and do some other swarm guides for other legendary mods, like Myths and Legends, Cobbleverse, legendary structures, and other ones like that. But if this video did help, consider dropping a sub. It's free. I would appreciate the help. We're getting closer to our sub goal, which is absolutely amazing, and I just can't thank everyone enough for the support I've been getting on this series recently. But I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you soon.